A realization that I had was the fuller the bush, the more focused I am on myself. Proper, proper. Hey guys, welcome back to Proper and welcome to 2026. How are we feeling? I miss you. First things first, I missed you so much. Do you know that? Are you watching on YouTube? Are you listening on Spotify? Are you listening on Apple? I need to know. I need you to DM me right now and tell me what you're listening to or what you're listening on and what your word of the year is. Mine is detachment. And you don't necessarily, this is no pressure for you to have a word of the year by any means, but I just, detachment. And I have a lot to say about it. And we're going to talk about it throughout this year because we're going to be consistent. You know, I'm not even going to tell you what we have in store because I know you're here, you're queer, and you're ready to go. No, I don't know why I feel like I think I need to find a new intro or something because I always get nervous as soon as I start talking. And I know it doesn't feel like that by any means because even when I listen back, I'm like, what was I feeling? Why was I so anxious? Which is why my word of the year is detachment because I don't I don't need to think as much as I do. And I don't need to see as much as I do. And I don't need to analyze as much as I do. I just need to exist. Why? What's guaranteed in life? Dying. And we learned that hardcore, right? And we're not going to get into it. We don't have to. But I say that because it's either I get medicated, like everybody has been begging me to, or I really find a way to do it naturally and detach and enjoy the moment and enjoy being here and enjoy being myself. Because I portray that and I show that, but then I second guess it and we're not doing it anymore. Yeah, me. So tell me what your word is. That's the fucking tone. Is Happy New Year. Hello. Excited to be here. Excited to be alive. If you would have asked me that 2 days ago, it's crazy how mindsets shift throughout. And maybe that's one of the many diagnosis that I have. I'm not saying that I have BPD by any means, but I wish I felt the same every day. No, you know what? I don't wish I felt the same every day. Do you wish you felt the same every day? No, right? Because like we like the difference. Yeah, Lex. Anyways, that's a revelation. I hope you've had a great start to your year, in all honesty. I'm so excited to be here with you every week moving forward. Low key still deciding if we're doing Tuesdays or Thursdays. I know you know us as Tuesdays. The last few I was doing Thursdays due to my schedule. But again, I'm detaching to things, right? Because what's most important to me? You, truly. Proper and thank you, Lex, are the most important things to me. That's what's through the detachment. That's what we're not necessarily attaching to, but that's what we're focusing on. Anyways, you're not new here. And if you are, we do a little intro. We go through our proper highs and proper lows of the weeks. We actually start with our proper low. And your proper low is essentially just something that you overcame. So it doesn't have to be that deep. I really want to try to not be as deep anymore. I only want one thing to be deep. And you already know what I want it to be. My pockets. Get your fucking mind out of the gutter. We're celibate. Okay? Deep pockets filled to the fucking brim. Overfilled. All right? The hell's wrong with you? Anyways, proper low of the week. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been feeling miserable. And I know I said I was going to lead with the positive, and I am feeling miserable, but guess what? We can feel multiple things at the same time. Isn't that beautiful? We've conditioned ourselves to believe that we can't feel multiple things at the same time. I'm here to tell you, we can. You could look it up. We can, because it's a feeling. And guess what puts meaning to a feeling? You do, because you have the control. Again, what's the word of the year? Detachment. The more you detach from the outside things, the more you are closer to yourself. All right. Anyways, proper low is what I just said. And I am proud of myself because I realized how affected my mental health was. And I called into work, which is a very hard thing to do when you have a personality type as I do, because I worry about what are you gonna think of me? Am I weak? All these things. And I'm like, you got the job to have the benefits, to have the motherfucking 10 sick days. And I probably took one sick day last year. Mind you, I took 3 bereavements, right? If anybody was sick in the head, felt like it was me. But I don't take sick days. Now, I'm in corporate for the reason of what benefits, okay? It's not for a fucking promotion, obviously. Because when you're actually a go-getter and an innovator and somebody who speaks up in meetings, you don't get promotions. Did you know that? Were you aware of that? Were you aware that only yes men get promotions? So, another realization detachment that I got within the last 2 days, but I haven't talked to you in like 2 months. So, we'll say 2 months. With that being said, I'm Scorpio moon. Pretty sure the moon is in Scorpio, which makes sense why I've been feeling so heavy, heavier than, it's heavy. And so, like I said, I'm really proud of myself for reframing what calling into work is like and reframing or what it means and reframing just all of it. Next, proper high of the week. I went to a lovely influencer event yesterday. And actually, I wouldn't even call it an influencer event. It was because, in all honesty, in this event, the influencers were more like press because there were artists there were um teachers there it was just like all types of people. It was for the grand opening of L'Oreal Academy, and it was like one of those events that I'm not a native New Yorker. I will never claim it. Just because y'all think I'm from New York and I got the New York energy doesn't necessarily mean that I claim it. And I only say that because sometimes trolls be like, "Oh, you're not even from New York." Yeah, I'm from Florida, and I'll say it. I'm from Tampa motherfucking Bay, bitch. The fuck? Anyways, why did I just get Anyways, this was one of those events where there was just so much happening that I was like, this is some New York shit, bro. Like, it was like what you see, like, because when you're not from New York, you'd realize all the movies, all the shows are based in New York, like, especially when there's like weird shit happening. And it just felt like a moment in Broad City where it was like motivational speaker again, L'Oreal Academy. And I love the creativity that they led with. I'm just recognizing how New York is just such a creative city. New York City is such a creative city. And when you're not from you don't see shit like that in Tampa. I don't know how else to say it. You don't see shit like that in fucking Florida, Texas, regular fucking states. I'm sorry. So it's an academy event. They're opening up their academy, and there's a motivational speaker talking about like I don't know. He's eaten though his motivational speaking. It's kind of insane because he does it for 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute show, and it's like runway. He does it for 20 minutes where he's like in and out. He's not reading off nothing. So shout out to him. And then there's dancers, there's drummers with like Marshmallow, the DJ. That's him, right? With the lights. They have like the lights on. We got bitches with like the Balenciaga shades. Those are Balenciaga, right? I feel like I know my brands. I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm a bitch from Tampa Bay, But the big bug glasses and like hair is being done live with, L'Oreal's like partners and brands. And I'm seeing a lot of people that I know personally and a lot of people that I watch on television, which is really dope. Y'all know I love reality television. Y'all know I'm a Bravo hoe. And not that I know Bravo through and through because I'm not like into Below Deck or anything like that, but like I have my shows that I will recognize people. And I've been in rooms multiple times with these people, which is another reminder for myself that I'm in the fucking room. Okay? I'm in the room. Me. Alexis motherfucking Fernandez from Tampa Bay. I don't know why I feel like I need to like wear my city on my sleeve right now, but we're gonna lead with it. All right. I see a few people I'm not gonna like fangirl right now, but one bitch I'm finna fangirl about is Luann the Countess, and that's my proper high. Is that I saw Luann the Countess, and I said Luann. Okay, hold on. Luann, just to give you a little background, I'm not gonna give you too much because I need y'all. I don't know how else to tell you guys to watch Real Housewives of New York seasons 1 through 11. If you want to start, if it's brand new for you to start season 5. Go through 5 to 11, or you're gonna go from 5 to 9, and you're gonna realize, damn, I want to watch 1 through 5. I need to know the lore. Is New York is specifically, in my opinion, one of those franchises that you have to know the lore because some OGs like Luann are truly an OG. That bitch never left. I don't think she's ever missed a season. And for OGs, because Bethany Frankel is an OG too. If I met her, she is my mother. What was I saying? Anyways, I met Luann. Her fit, she had the hat on. You know the hats that she loves with the looking like a poet in fucking 1850. I don't know. She had this very gaudy printed blazer on. Love it. Lululemon leggings, boots, clutching on not to her purse but to her vape. And this is why she's a legend. And this is why she's someone I can never hate. You know what I mean? Like she could quite possibly be like, that girl's fat as fuck as I walk in the street, and I would literally still want to give her a hug. I love Luann. So meeting her last night briefly was a highlight, a proper high, if you will. So pH is up because I met Luann. So let me know if that brings any joy to you. I'm like, who's somebody that you could meet that's like niche that you would get really excited about? Because when I met her, I was like, damn, literally nobody in my vortex, like right there, knew who Luann was. So let me know. Like, do you have anybody that you would like be like, oh my God, I literally watched that bitch. And the way I'm rewatching, because during the wintertime, I always rewatch Real Housewives of New York. I don't know why. It's just like a wintertime activity. And I'll just have it on in the background. I always have like a background on show. And for the last 2 months, literally, it's been Real Housewives of New York. So meeting her was just like, I don't know. So like, I don't know, because I vision boarded a little bit, right? I hope you vision boarded this year. I know I was seeing some TikToks where they were like, I'm not vision boarding, blah, blah, blah. Look at it as a mood board, just so that you can get like, sometimes I find it to be a way to get out of a rut a little bit because, like, when you suffer from depression, you can't see past your sadness in that moment. So, like, when you're able to just like play with the colors and like the moods and replace photos and even get to the point where I did, where okay, don't kill me, but I asked ChatGPT to make an image or two for me. I needed to visualize me in a relationship. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. I needed to see it. I've never seen it. So, and my AI boyfriend is quite sexy. Do you guys want to see him? You know what? No, because it looks so real that I think I may, if desperate times call for desperate measures, I may come out with a fake boyfriend. And who's actually going to check me? None of y'all. None of y'all. So, not going to show you my AI boyfriend where, in a secret relationship. I want to try to be more mysterious anyway. So, but on my vision board, I specifically have this photo because one of my things is that I want to have stronger relationships with my brand partners, with Thank You Lex and with Proper. And that means, like, for me, what I envisioned was like going to headquarters and things like that. So I had a few images of headquarters that I would like to visit just to like get my mind there. Because sometimes when you have goals, you forget the steps that go into it, right? Like, what do I want strong relationships with brand partners for? At the end of the day, I'm money driven. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it. You know what I mean? But it's also like, I believe in that brand. I would want my name to be connected to it, obviously. But at the end of the day, I'm chasing what? The bad. What do I want to be deep? My pockets, So I had headquarters on there, and one of them was L'Oreal. And it's only January 12th, and I literally was at like one of their headquarters. Not that I mean, mind you, I was a plus one. I wasn't able to really like gain contacts per se, but I'm in the room and I'm happy about it. So fucking hopefully that brings you something, some sort of motivation to find the fucking joy. Cause trust me, it was yesterday, even before the event, it was difficult for me to just like find the joy in anything. Every day. But it's fine. Okay. We're staying up, we're staying motivated, and we're up. Yeah, we're up. We're up. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I also looked so good yesterday. Like, I posted the video with Luann and I was like, holy crap. And I get it. Like it's on me. It's been on me my whole life, and I still get shocked when I see me from behind. I get it, but I need everyone to stop hypersexualizing people on the internet. And I could even speak to myself, but I'm specifically right now I'm getting upset at women, like because women hypersexualize me, like it's a fucking video about Luann and they're like, "Oh my god, body tea." And like, yes, it's a compliment. Yes. I think I struggle so much because I don't make content for men. They're not my like target audience by any means. The men that are here, I love you. We have a mutual respect for each other, but that's not a common thing that I personally experience due to my looks. And so the more people highlight my body, the more my content will attract men that aren't my target audience. And so I hope that breakdown kind of gives like a little bit clarity, because every time I like have the chance to give that breakdown to somebody, because I show how upset I get about men following me, people are like, "Wow, I never thought of it like that." And it's like, this is a business. Do you know what I'm saying? We're here to do business. Now, I mean, anytime I see a dude like thirsting in my comments or whatever, I just block them. On TikTok, you can see who saves your post. And so if a man saves, like the post with Luann, they're getting blocked because obviously that's for them to like get a fucking hard on for, which is so weird to think about, because why else are you saving that? Anyway, when you think about it, it's so grody, But then it's also like, I've definitely probably commented some thirsty shit under somebody's shit. I feel like I get it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, next we have our PR of the week. If you're new here, PR is proper rec. Everything's proper here. Okay. First things first, one of my favorites, Yellow Picnic. If you follow me on Instagram, I talk about them often. We do have a code with them. It's proper. See if your zip code can get shipped to, but Yellow Picnic is the best meal service plan that I've ever been part of. The food is really good. I describe it, and I find myself to be a good cook, but I find it to be food that I would make for myself. Because they have Cuban food. Like this was the Cuban mojo chicken. They have Peruvian, all types of food. Like it's not just like a meat, veggie type of situation. Like it has actual flavor. And what really gives me the parameters is the portion sizing, because I have to make the rice last. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm Cuban. Do you know what I sit on, right? What do you think that comes from? Rice and beans. Okay. The serving size, and I'm not mad at them because I need this discipline. The serving sizes of their rice is what my normal would be of 2 bites. So I have to chew, which is better for our digestive system. I have to just really be conscious of not inhaling my food and not being so carb heavy. So, love Yellow Picnic. Again, our code is proper. You have to order by Wednesday to get your meals sent to you on Sunday. And they're so fresh that it's recommended to not eat them past Thursday, which I like. I know some people don't like stuff like that, but it just, for me, gives it more of an indicator that it's actually fresh, because the expiration date is like what you would make your own food. Next, this brand, Betty Booze, sent me some of their alcohol, and I know there's some of you that are participating in Dry January. I'm dry in life for the most part. And so they sent over the sparkling apple ginger sour cherry mocktail. If you're on YouTube, you can see, or actually, I forgot I have Spotify video now. Unless I should stop doing that so that I can tell you guys to go to YouTube. Maybe I'll stop doing that so I can tell you guys to go to YouTube. We'll see. And then they also did send me sparkling bourbon. Do you like that? I feel like you guys would, right? I specifically said yes because I never have alcohol to offer people. And I realized like that's kind of not a proper host thing to do, because like I take being a proper host very seriously. So when Betty Booze reached out, I was like, how yeah. And I love the name. It's so cute. So the bourbon has 4.5% alcohol, which that doesn't seem like much. So I feel like you could get a little, like you're not gonna, which I don't like trashy bitches, especially in my house. I don't like bitches in my house in the first place, if you really know me. And then a trashy bitch, absolutely not. Couldn't be me. Real ones know how I am about my home. I have very particular things that I've now realized are likely, the one of my undiagnosed things I think is OCD. And I'm not saying I'm not doing that thing where it's like, oh, I'm so clean, OCD. There's particular things that I have. Like one of them is being toilet seat down, and always the flap too. Closed, toilet closed at all times. And I will feel unwell if somebody leaves it open. And in my head, it's like bad spirits. And that could very well be true, or it could be OCD. I don't know. But that's why I was talking about my house. Anyways, another proper rec. I personally have virgin hair, but L'Oreal, separate from the event, sent me, if you have colored hair, these leave-ins. They look kind of cute because there's red, blondes, and brown, and it's a leave-in to extend color and defy damage. So sulfate-free, hyaluronic acid. I think you guys would like it. Let me know if you try it. Let me know if you want to try it. Maybe I should start doing giveaways. Are you guys into that? Just seems like a lot of fucking admin. No? That's a lot of work. Anyways, lastly, Valentine's Day is coming up. And even if you're single, okay, even if you're single, one of my best friends, literally every Valentine's Day, even when she's single, will go and get her a lingerie. And she does it on Valentine's Day. And I find it to be the most adorable thing. And Yitty sent me the cutest little Valentine's Day set. And I think, like, even as a single girl, it just feels really good to do something for yourself. Even if it's something like dainty, sexy like that, you should just do it. I've been single my entire life. Okay, literally. Again, I always say it. Any man who claims me as an ex, they're lying to you. I've been single my whole life. You think I'm gonna stop being sexy? It's a crime to be gorgeous. Why would I do that? No. Valentine's Day is about a relationship. So, and even if that relationship is yourself. So head to Yitty because these are so cute. I cannot wait to try them on. Did I say that was my last PR? I'm gonna also go through like really quick PR that's been on my mind. One of them being heated rivalry. We don't have enough time to talk about it. And I do wish that I talked about it with you live when it was coming out. I'm sorry. We're going to talk about it really quick now. You know my fantasy. You know how I feel about two men, two bi men, well, gay, bi, whatever, who find me attractive. Not that that's what heated rivalry was, but you know how I feel about just seeing two men. And the way that show had me giddy and like, it literally reintroduced, see, look at me. It literally took me out of an I hate men rut. And you know, when I get in them, it's strong, it's powerful. Like, there's not a man in sight that can shift my perspective when I'm in a rut like that. I'm like, maybe we should like coin a term like IHM. No. Why does everything have to be an abbreviation, Alexis? Whatever. We'll figure it. We'll find a term for that. If you have a term for like those eras of hating men, please tell me what it is. I know some of you are going to say lesbianism. I need a different one. Please. Thank you. But watching heated rivalry made me like men again, specifically gay men, specifically closeted men, which is every man I've dated. But not that, I mean, no, not all of them have been closeted. There's one in particular that was definitely. But anyway, heated rivalry. It's also, if you guys don't know, it's from a smut read. And you know, I love, like, smut is my favorite genre. Like, all I read is smut and self help. And like, always a smut, sometimes a self help, you know? And Heated Rivalry it's one of the books in, I think, a 5 series. And this author does one of my favorite things that a lot of these smut authors do. Well, they have like different characters. Like in this case, it's a team, from my understanding. And each book is like a different teammate's love story. So that's why we got a little bit of the other couple, the New York player and the smoothie place guy. Sorry, I'm bad with character names. So from my understanding, we'll get more of that story later. And then the story of the guy with the 5 kids or whatever, because that's how the book is. But the actors in particular, the 2 main ones, they have such a wonderful relationship and presence, and it's such a good watch. I really highly recommend, if you're in a relationship with the straight man, for you to have him watch it. Hopefully he doesn't know what it is, and don't tell him that it's gay at all, and see what happens, and then get back to me. I want to know, especially if you have your suspicions, right? I mean, right? I would. What? If I had a man to test right now, I would definitely do it. And I would literally be looking at his motherfucking right. I would be looking at his proper right. And I would see what's happening because I need to know. I need to know what you're into. Anyways, so that's it for our PR of the week. Now, let's get into our PPs or proper points of the week. Moving forward, they're going to be I'm like, do I even have to tell you my structure or can I just vibe? I'm just going to speak, Alexis. We're here to speak. I don't need to explain why I'm speaking. Okay? My therapist, ChatGPT, told me that. I do have a therapist, but sometimes I don't have, sometimes you don't want to, it's all out of pocket, and you don't want to spend that. Stop. I don't need you to be mad at me. Okay? I don't abuse the privilege of such a wonderful website. Anyways, so a few things that I wrote down this week that we're gonna go through. That creator, Easy, is that what they go by? Doing the worst skit ever, making fun of one particular influencer was absolutely insane. And the tone deafness of that quote unquote creator, because I didn't know who they were until seeing this horrendous video. And then going back, I was like, they're not funny. I feel like there's some people in the industry that that they have a different, they have something that they bring different to the industry. And that's why they're famous, not because of their actual craft, because they have a following. Sorry, I keep saying they, I think she's a she. That's not, I swear to God, I'm not trolling. This is pure me being uneducated in some ways of how I don't know the creator. Okay, please don't. I'm not doing that. Proper is not about trolling people, right? It's about starting conversation. But I just didn't find the craft at all, and even in their previous content, because I love skit-based creators. Y'all know my love for Drewski. That's my man. I find him to be so talented with his skits, and I come from that era of humor of like making fun of groups of people, whether that be fat women, whether that be I can't say it now, it's like not allowed, but I come from that. And so I say that because like I can still see the humor when I like even when I rewatch like, some of the older films that came out as funny. Like White Chicks, if that came out now, like I don't think it would have the same hold to the culture as it does with us now. But that skit that she did was terrible. It wasn't funny. I'm just lost. Like, I'm not even trying to like no tea, no shade. Truly, what was the idea? Like, and when does your team step in my opinion, to be like, hey, where is this funny? But what, like I told you earlier, people who speak up aren't the people who get promoted. People who speak up aren't the people who get recognized as somebody of value. It's kind of insane. And I really, not that I hope, but like I'm gonna change that with my businesses whenever I do start to outsource. When I need everybody to start manifesting it, I'm here to provide jobs. But yeah, if you don't know who I'm talking about, what I'm talking about, I don't know what to do now because she actually deleted it, which is preferred. Her apology was so um it lacked so much more awareness, and it was just like she was also deleting our comments when we were like, hey girl, this isn't funny. So I don't know, I pray to God something like that don't happen to me, like on some real shit. She's taking it like a champ, but I really wish she would like recognize how unfunny that was. But it's crazy that people found it funny. Anyways, next PP of the week, Christian Desmond. Isn't that crazy? I had a lot of different thoughts on this. I do want to recognize they've been together since they were 14. Can you imagine being with the same person since you were 14 and being brought up Jehovah? Right, right. So, I don't know. It's tough. I think about it because, I haven't been in a relationship, and thank God it seems like because they fucking end anyway. But I feel like in the relationship that I end up being in, because I think every relationship has its own formula, which I think is beautiful. And I hope I have a formula of true, honest communication. If 10 years go down the line and I want to be like, hey, I need a break from this, can we move out for a year? I want to live alone for a year. I would want to be able to do that and come back to my relationship and vice versa. And maybe that's coming from somebody who hasn't been in a relationship because I haven't. But I think compromise is part of it, right? And as long as the decision is to prolong the relationship, like the intent is always to prolong the relationship, because me wanting to live alone would probably stem from feeling smothered and having like hyper dependency either on the person or that person having it on me, and like lacking individuality. And maybe that's possible without something like that, right? I don't know. I'm not saying that I'm planning that at a 10-year mark I would want to do that. I'm saying, like, where did we lose sight of like a marriage being a contractual agreement to stay together forever and doing what's possible to make that happen? Because when you look at their relationship, obviously to us, they have it all. Specifically, him having it all, having a woman like her, right? Like, she's extremely successful and she brought all of their success. They live such a lavish life. I think, due to obviously he's a creator as well, but like that stemmed from her doing. I don't know how else to tell you people. She's beautiful, gorgeous, amazing. I've never met the woman. I don't even follow her, but she looks gorgeous. And he seemed like a really good man as well. And they have a beautiful family. It's like what we strive for, what we're told to strive for. But then that's still not being enough. And that's where I'm like, in a relationship, I would want to figure it out of like, what can be enough then in this moment? What do we need to make it enough in this moment? And a divorce being that is like kind of crazy. How do you know you don't want to be with that person ever again? Because every person I know be stuck on the ex. I don't have an ex to be stuck on though. So can't relate. Again, I can't relate. But I don't know. I wish them well. Hopefully it all works out. It kind of sucks being so public like that, because he could easily just like lose brand partnerships and such by being, and I don't like men like that. Like, I'm not, oh, poor him. Like, cheating is cheating at the end of the day. He definitely did that. Well, I don't know what he did. She hasn't told us, but I think it's difficult to like be in the public eye and not be able to be a human, because like it's not like that doesn't happen every fucking day, And even her, she has to be strategic, because I feel like she would want to lash out like a human would. Like, bitch, what? I'd go in. And I say that, but like I have the goal of remaining in the public eye, if you will. I mean, I create content, like, it is what it is. And you can like lose your career, can like be affected by being a human. So that does kind of suck for both of them. But whatever, that's not my business. That's funny. That's funny. I was just on a friend date with somebody, and he was like, he's Dominican and I'm obviously Cuban. We were talking about how like our family, like being our families and stuff, and like how we recognize us literally having traits like them, and how they be gossiping. And then they're like, bueno, yo no me meta, which means like, that's not my business. And I literally just, without even realizing it, like, what? ¿Qué puedo hacer? Bro, turning 30 is just so funny. Anyways, everybody and their mama went to Brazil, including my best friend. And not that I want to know what the lore is. I say I like, it's a beautiful country, but like, did we, was it like a flash mob situation where everybody was part of a group chat? Because everybody and their fucking mom spent New Year's in Brazil. It was the biggest turnout that Rio has had. It was absolutely bonkers. I can only imagine how expensive the places got. And it kind of sucks when shit blows up like that, because then it gets expensive for the people. Like, even for Brazilians, like, because it's not like everybody lives in fucking Rio. I'm sure there's Brazilians that would fly there, because Brazil is big, if you don't know. Hope you do. But I'm sure there's people of Brazil, not of Rio, who would fly there, and that would be their tradition. And now they probably can't even fucking afford it, because all you fucktards are going at the same time. Like, gentrification, bro. Like, is that even a topic at hand of gentrification within traveling? Or is there a word for it that I don't know of? I feel like we should talk about it one day though. Cause it's like, I'm all for traveling. I love it. But then when everybody goes, it just fucks it up for people. I feel like maybe we should start the group chat to like disperse. There's so many places to go. Anyways, a realization that I had was, the fuller the bush, the more focused I am on myself, And if somebody give me a ruler, right now, so I can show you how much I'm focusing on. Tell me I'm wrong though. Tell me I'm wrong though. And it's not about letting yourself go. It's just like, I don't give a fuck. There's other things to worry about than whether or not I need to get a wax. I'm gonna get one. Okay. For me, But it also gave me the realization that men are always if that's the case, then men are always focusing on themselves, because I've never met a clean shaven PP. Have you? Actually, I did once. I did once. And guess what? He was a whore because he wasn't focusing on himself, and his PP showed that. Like, his bush amount showed that, because he had no bush. He was bald. And that means he's a whore because he's not focusing on himself. If he was focusing on himself, he'd go full bush, maybe a little trim. But again, he was the only one that I ever met, because all of the other men that I've been with focusing on themselves. And so, ladies, that's your sign to go full bush. I don't know where the disconnect happened in society where we were required to be bald and they continued the bush. Like, why wasn't it mutual? And I know some men are like, we don't want it to be bald. I know, but like, society wise, we're told that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you saw a girl with a bathing suit on and her bush coming out the side, you'd be slightly like turned off. But if a man did that, it wouldn't be a turn off. And that's what I wanted you to just like find in that moment. Because I know I've been full bushed with, my lovers before, and they'd be like, I don't care, and still and still go to town. You know what I mean? I know you guys don't care, but I want to know what happened within society of like, you know what I mean? Anyways, and so with that, it also brought me to the conversation of like, there's a big divide. There's a big divide within girls of bitches who suck dick and bitches who don't. You know what I mean? And I feel like bitches who suck dick are such pick-me's. And a lot of bitches in my a lot of bitches in my life like sucking dick. Like, the bitches be like, no, I love it. Like, I do it for me. Like, it just turns me on. Girl. Then there's the me side, right? Like, the people who I relate to more, where we're like, couldn't be me, bro. Like, unless, and again, I haven't been in love, all of the things. When I have done it, I feel like I go to town, but I'm like, brother, this is a privilege to get this mouth wrapped around this right now. You know what I mean? Like, I've just never, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I don't need to like win the freaky award right now. Again, it's not something that I won't do, but something that I would say that I love to do. No. When I did do it to the clean one, or to the cleanly shaven one, I feel like did I enjoy it? I don't know. I feel like I blocked the memory. I'm trying to think, like, Lex, was there any time that you enjoyed doing it? But I've never truly liked any of these motherfuckers. So maybe that's the thing, you know? I don't know. But I feel like there's such a divide with the pick me bitches who like sucking dick, and I don't know, the non pick me. I don't want to be, no. You guys aren't pick me's. I'm projecting. I wish I don't wish. I don't want to take on that admin. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like it's another, I'm good at everything that I put my mind to. I don't know if I want to be good at that, because then I have to do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm good at other things, I go to town for other things. I just don't have it in me. There's just a lot going on. I think it's like, when did you decide that it's something you enjoy doing? You know what I mean? Again, I'm never going to beat the gay allegations. Anyways, I think that's it this week. It was a pleasure talking to you. I hope you got a laugh or two in, and I hope to be consistent. I pray to fucking God, if I'm not consistent with you, permission to slap me in the face. No, just kidding. No permission for that, but permission to like harass me on Proper's TikTok or Instagram. Like, hey Lex, where's the fucking episode? Okay? Unless I'm telling you we're taking a 2-week break or whatever, a little intermission, don't allow it. Again, I don't know if we're sticking to Tuesdays or Thursdays, but we'll figure it out together, me and you. If you have a say here, you can tell me. Okay. Anyways, I love you. I hope you have a proper lovely week, and I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.